G'day everybody and welcome back to another episode of Racks on RC. A little bit different video today. We're not at the track. We're sitting at a friend's place and he is also the distributor and the Australian distributor for the products that we're going to be showing you today. Today we're going to be taking a look at VP Pro. Now VP Pro is a accessories company, tire company, and they make something for every car essentially. So today we're going to be taking a look at a few things, and I've got a special unboxing here of one of their latest products that I'm going to be showing you guys today, and I'm going to be running this. This is going to be my new tote bag when I go, or pit bag when I go international. All right. As I said, VP Pro is a tire company, and if you look over here, you'll see I've got some of the tires and the different treads that they have available in their store. Okay, now any of the products that you see today, if you feel like you'd like to get them, then you want to check out ozrabindustries.com.au. They are the Australian distributors for VP Pro, and I'll put the link in the description below. And if you want to get it, that's one way to do it. Okay, so we'll start off with some of the tires. In December, I'm headed to Buggy Party at Lap Paradise in Malaysia, and it's a fun track, super high grip, and I'm just going to run you through. I'll be running two classes when I get to Buggy Party. And one of those classes is Truggy. So I've got some of the Truggy tires here, and I'll show them to you. This is a set that I've already pre-glued, or already glued, not pre-glued, and I got it ready for use in Malaysia. Yeah, and it's going to be running on my car, and this is the 904, the VP 904. Otherwise known as the TurboTrax Evo. Okay, this is the tread. You have a look at that. And this is the supplied rim that comes with it. Now, just to give you an idea, this is the flexibility of the rim. It's relatively stiff, has some give, but also has quite a, it's quite stiff, which is nice. I do like that. You can also just see inside there the different reinforcing that they have on the rim to give it some of the rigidity. All right, that's one of the TurboTrax Evo in the VP 904. Now, if you're looking for Truggy tires, their number prefix will start with 9. If you're looking for Buggy tires for 1/8 scale, their number prefix will start with 8. Okay, so if you wanted this in a Buggy tire, you'd be looking for the 804. All right, so I'll just put that back and give you a run through of some of the rest of the tread patterns we have available at VP Pro. Now, VP Pro run, I want to say roughly five different compounds, starting with their softest compound in the M4, but they also have a clay compound specific for a high grip clay. And then the M4 is your ultra soft or super soft. Then you got your M3, which is your soft. Then you've got the M2, which is your medium soft, and then the M1, which is your medium. And then they have a rain tire as well. I don't have any of the rain tires, but I'll just take you through some of the other treads. Now, the nice thing about the VP Pro tires is you can just open the bag. You don't have to peel the top off. You can just grab the top of the bag like that, pop that open, and you can get to your tires. The tires from VP Pro come glued or unglued, or pre-glued, whichever you want to call it. Okay. And these here, what I have here, they come with a little decal in the bag, which is quite nice. These ones are all glued from the factory. Okay, have a look at that. And then again, just get an idea, that's quite a soft rim. And now these are called the diamonds. Okay, so have a look at that rim and you'll see little diamond shape. Nice. The tread pattern is actually quite nice, good for fine dust. If you're running on a track that has quite a fine dusty surface, that's quite nice because you're going to be able to get rid or siphon the dust off through the grooves in that tire. Okay, quite a nice tire. Again, available in the VP Pro website. That's the diamond. And if you want the number code for that, the number code for that one is VP814. Yeah. And then you can choose your compound on the website. And the website, like I said, M4, M3, M2, or M1. And then you also get that in a clay compound. Bags are resealable, so you don't have to worry about your tires being exposed to air while you have them, just waiting for a race day. Pop that one open, we'll move on to the next tire. Okay. Now, this one here, I'll give you the tire code straight up. is the 804, VP 804. Now, I showed you the 904 in the truggy tire. This is the buggy version of that tire. Let's have a quick look at that, and you can see the tread pattern. It's the same as the truggy tire, just all a little bit more compact. Okay, again, stiffness of the rim is the same stiffness, if not a little stiffer than the white rim. So the yellow rim is just a little bit stiffer, and reasonably stiff sidewalls as well. Okay, now these come pre-glued from the factory, and as you can look at there, that bead of glue that goes all the way to the edge. The factory glued tires are quite nicely done. I've never had one come undone on me, so I'm grateful for that. All right, so there you have your 804 in the VP range. Stick that back in the bag. It's a crinkly cut, pop and bang. Now this one is your VP 806. Okay, let's just get that decal, put it back with the bag so I don't lose that. Okay, and this is also in the M4 compound. If you see that, you'll see the red dot on them. These are all M4 compound that I have up here. You'll have a look at that. Now that's your big lugs, widely spaced. Big lugs, again, rim softness. Now, the tires come pre-punched from VP because they're pre-glued. You'll have a look in there. You can see that hole there. I'll just squeeze that up a bit. You see the hole over there. Okay, they come pre-punched in the middle from VP. And again, these are all pre-glued as well. All right, so that loose dirt surface, maybe a little bit moist if it's a bit wet out there a little bit. Nice wide big lug pattern. You know, try to offer you some grip. I'll just put this here. Instead of popping it away every time, put them away later. I'll go to the one on the further side again. And they offer two variations of what you might call a bar tire. Okay, this is the VP812G. Okay, and this is a directional tire, as you can see. Right, that's a directional tire. Have a look at that. Right, they call this the Frontera. And it's actually quite sticky. Just running my fingers over the top of that, you know, it's very sticky. I don't know if you can hear that. What's that? Okay, and then I just got handed these ones because clearly he wants this one next to the video. Okay, this is the other version of a bar tire. Okay, so you had this one, which is the Frontera, which is your 812, and now this one here is your Spiderweb. Right, and this is your 810. I used these in Malaysia, and man, oh man, so much grip. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Great tire for high grip, fantastic tire. I used it, and the longevity of the tires, even in the M4 and M3, was very surprising. That was also partially due to the track, but yeah, good long-lasting tire, gives you lots of grip, get you through the day, no problems. We'll just put that back over here. Those are the two bar tire options, or bar tire / bar-like tire. Okay, now this one here is one of their latest designs. It's called the Dagger. I like it. You know, and before I went to Malaysia, I was thinking if we were going to race in the rain, this is the tire that I would use. Okay, now this again is in the M4, and this is your VP815. Okay, have a look at that. All right, little arrow tread. Big cutouts over there to help siphon the water off to the sides. Well, that was my thinking anyway, because Malaysia, you know, you get those surprise storms. And that's the tire I was going to use had it rained in Malaysia. Well, it did rain, but we didn't race in the rain, so that was good. But that was the tire I was going to use. Okay, you can use this. We've had some of the guys using this on the red dirt up at Kalgoorlie last weekend, and they had great results with them. So, yeah, you know, obviously check your conditions and your situation, but that there is your Daggers from VP Pro, and also, again, available in all the various compounds. I wonder if it comes in a rain compound or a wet compound. You'll have to check that for me. Because if it does, I mean, the tread pattern alone lends itself to driving in the wet, especially on high grip smooth surface. So we'll just leave that there. And the last set of tires I have up here today are the VP808s, okay, the Cactus Evo. Now this tire here is your small pin tire. VP do a small pin tire, and I have a look at that. It's not only a small pin, you can see they're cross-cut. The small pins are cross-cut, right? It's a bit of a, if you look at them, they're zigzagged as you get closer to that. They're cross-cut, good for getting rid of fine dust. Really good for getting rid of fine dust. And again, these will come in the yellow rim or the white rim. You can choose either one which you want. The white rim feels a little bit softer than the yellow rim, and you know, yeah, you get a little nice little logo on there. But yes, that is available in all their tread compounds, and actually really nice tire. I used this one in Vietnam at Femke last year. They had a glued track, but some of the parts of the track was quite dusty, and that gave me the grip that I needed, you know, to get into the top 50, I think it was. Yeah, anyway. And also Podium, the B-Main. In the 45 plus B-Main, yeah. Okay, and that's some of the tires. Now, like I said, these are not all the tread patterns they have. They do have other tread patterns available, but these are mostly what I have for my cars that I use. And yeah, if you wanted any of these, like I said, the link is in the description. You'll be able to go to ozrabindustries.com.au and check out their VP Pro range. Right, now the next part is more customization and performance. Well, let's go customization first. All right, shock boots. We all have them on our cars. And I'll bring this over here, even though this is not a shock boot. I'll just pop that there so I can reach it easier. Shock boots from VP Pro are available in a multitude of colors, okay? You can fine tune the look of your car with your shock boots. Now, all of these are soft, very soft silicone rubber. Yeah, that's gonna keep your shock shafts nice and clean. Now, any color you like, they have it in this fluoro green, and then that slightly fluoro yellow, and then pink, and then I know who's gonna use a set of those. Our VP Pro teammate Shane Smith loves his pink, so we'll see there. And then obviously in black if you just want it, you know, to look slightly standard. But, you know, that's a nice little customization option you have available for your vehicle if you decide to use. You can put the various colors to match your paint scheme. And they have a few more colors. I know they have a fluoro orange. They have, yeah, like over there on that wing there's a fluoro orange available like that. Now, speaking of wings, this is going to be a big year for wings. I'm going to get a bit adventurous with the wings this year. But VP Pro do this. Available for all different makes and models of your RC car 8-scale buggies. You have your wing buttons, okay? Little carbon fiber wing buttons, fantastic. I use that. They're really strong, really durable, and yeah, save you a bit of weight on that as well. Okay, now wings, VP make wings. The wings are all various shapes and designs of wings that are available on the market today. This seems to be quite a popular one, you know. Now all of these are marked, so you can drill your holes or whichever you want to do. You can trim those down, drill your holes in them so you get the right flight or that you want. And they come in a various range of colors. So that's the fluoro orange. And you also get the shock boots in that fluoro orange, okay? So these are their wings. They come with a set of decals in them, which is quite nice, you know. Some companies will give you a small decal. These come with quite a large decal sheet with lots of decals on them, so you can prep your wing and, you know, pepper your buggy with the VP Pro decals, okay? So I'll put that there. But when I say I was getting a bit adventurous, is I'm not the best driver out there on the market. And, you know, wings are not exactly cheap. But Lexan wings in particular, I've destroyed them in the past. But I'm going to be running Lexan wings from VP at Buggy Party. Now, I'll just give you that's the number there if you want the Lexan wings from VP. And again, clear wing, you can see in there. Mind if I open that, Bella? Yeah. I'll just pop that off and give you an idea of what the wing looks like. I'll pop this here. And if I'm not mistaken, you get 2 wings in a pack? 2 wings in a pack. So there's some good value in that. Okay. 2 wings in a pack. So there's your decal sticker sheet. And if I'm not mistaken, these are all pre-cut. Okay. So they're pre-cut decals. Makes it easy for you to peel off, stick on whichever part of your car or your wing that you want it done on. Okay, we'll just put that to the side, and that's the security over there, making sure that we know it's there. Okay, have a look at this. Now, a lot of the companies give you a center option for your wing. Okay, like I said, it's a 2-pack. Again, all the markings are there. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. But you can see there's little indented marks there, which will guide you if you want to add more aero or take some aero away from your wing. You've got the little markings there to guide you so you evenly space your holes out. Okay. The wing itself is made from 1 mil.
1.5.
Oh, 1.5. Or is this 1.5? This doesn't feel like 1.5. But yeah. Okay, 1.5. Does it say on the... Let's have a look here. Let's make sure. No, it doesn't say. Okay. Anyway. That's your wing. It's got the nice little cutout on the back of the center bit, so it doesn't affect the aero of that little, I don't know what you want to call it, that little step up section of the wing. It's pretty much cut to it already, and you'd either glue that down or, preferably glue that down to get yourself a little bit more aero on that. Okay, and then your wing button would go over the top of that, and you'd screw that down to hold your wing in place. Now, why I say I'm taking the thing is yes, like I said, I've damaged enough wings in my time, but yes, gonna be running these because, like I said, they're very well priced, and for pricing you can just head to the website. They are very well priced, and you get 2 wings in a pack, which is great value. Most companies sell theirs as single wings. 2 wings in a pack, and you're sorted. Okay, so for people like me that destroy wings, and especially now that I'm going to be trying to run these Lexan wings, that's a good thing. I can run the Lexan wings and have a spare for when I destroy the one that's on the car. Okay, so I'll just put this to the side over here. We'll get that out of the way. We'll make that a little bit pretty and clean over here for the star of the show. Now, I say the star of the show, but Copper Dog, the security dog, when he made his little vocal appearance there, is probably the real star of the show. Right, here we have, from VP Pro, their new kit bag. And this is the first time seeing of it in the flesh. So let me just stay right there and I'll be back with something to open the box up. Don't mind my little hobble. I was playing soccer last night and yes, old man syndrome. Oh, let's get that there. Oh, let's get this open. There we go. And get that open there. I'll put that open. Let's cut that through there. And just get this off the table. This is going to be fun. I've been looking forward to these because I've seen the advertising for them, and I've been looking forward to these arriving so that I could get my hands on one. Because when you travel a lot for RC, anybody that does travel a lot will know that weight is one of the things that you've got to watch all the time. And I currently use an OGIO bag, and that weighs, I want to say, just over 7.5 kilos to nearly 8 kilos. So that is luggage that you can't carry. And I wanted one of these bags because, hang on a sec, let's get this out of the plastic and I'll take it out of the box released from the plastic. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Look at that. As you can see, I've got this here with one hand, and according to the specs, this bag here weighs roughly 4 kilos. So 4 kilos, that's another 3.5 kilos that you can pack into your bag, right? Makes it easier to travel. Now have a look at this. If you get up close, you can see that this is not just a standard canvas. That's quite a heavy duty mesh canvas. Okay, obviously you got your pretty VP logo there. Yeah, da-da-da. VP all the way. Nice little compartment on the side here for you to put some stuff into. Okay, It is light, like I said. Have a look at this. It has a flat, solid surface at the bottom. Okay, if I just put this over here, I might give you a better view of that in the light. Have a look at that. Okay, solid surface. So it does have a base for you to stand on. And then not only that, you've got this handle there, but the handle also lines up with the wheels. So it sits flat when you can stand it up. Okay, now look from the size of this. I want to say this is roughly the same capacity, about 95 liters or 100 liters roughly of space in the bag for you to pack your stuff into. Now we'll just open it out, and as you've seen there, very similar to your Ogio in that it just has that, and you've got the little cover over the pull-out handle for your trolley. All right, you got some tie-down straps in here. There's another set over here, set of tie-down straps. Okay, and that's all nicely done. That all unzips in there. So if you're doing a clean of the bag, that unzips and you can clean the bag properly. Okay, a lot, like I said, lots of room in there. Roughly 100 liters of packing space for you to put everything that you need into and take away with you. Okay, side pouch here as well. And while I'm doing this, I'll just say that the zippers open really nicely. Really nice and smooth. They're not cheap zippers at all. They're quite a good quality zipper, and if you have a look at that, you can see that's quite a solid metal zipper handle there. Listen to that. Nice YKKs. I think they're YKKs. I think most zippers are YKKs. But then, you know, I could be wrong. You've also got your carry handle here, which is a Velcro handle, you know, for you to put together, bang, and you can take your bag where you need to go with that. We'll just undo that for a while. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is your name tag. That's where your name tag goes. Have a look at that. So if you do have issues with losing your bag, or if more than one of you have the same bag at the track, make sure put your name, your address, telephone number. You don't put your address, but you know, people will know who you are at the track, obviously, or at least we hope so. And that tucks away quite nicely, which is a nice idea. Tucks away quite nicely. So we'll close that up, and then you've also got another handle on this side. So if you choose not to pull it by the grab handle, which comes out there, if you choose not to pull it by the grab handle, we'll just leave that plastic on there for now. You've also got this handle, right? And the nice thing about the zippers here, if you have a quick look at this, let's see if you can get close to this, Bala, and see if you can get this in the picture. Have a look. The zippers have the facility for the locks. So push them together. Those two holes line up, put your lock through there, and nice and secure all the way through customs and airport transport travel. Okay, but yes, been looking forward to that. I'll give you a look at the other side. And that little pouch I was telling you about earlier, and that's it there. A little handy space for whatever, you know. But yes, I've been looking forward to getting this bag, and I'm glad it's finally here. And yes, we'll give it a run through for Malaysia as we go through Buggy Party. Now, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. But yes, that's my new bag. I'll just give you guys a little, see, you can stand her up, no dramas. And you've got the big wheels on there. Yes, they are plastic, but they're solid. Big wheels, makes it easier to pull around. Okay, and only 4 kilos. So at 4 kilos, you're going to be saving, like I say, about roughly 3.5 kilos in bag weight. And that equals more stuff you can take with you, whether they be tires or parts or, you know, whatever. An extra kit. You know, if you desire, this bag allows you to run 2 classes instead of 1. So you can take an extra kit with you even at 3.5 kilos, which is roughly what a kit would weigh, I think. But yes, so guys, if we just bring it back to the center, I've just given you, that's just a quick rundown of the products that are available from VP Pro that we're going to be running this season. It's not just myself, you know, you got Shane Smith, who's also now just signed up with VP Pro. It's fantastic to have him on board. Darren Cornwall, also VP Pro. And a few others are going to be running VP Pro for the first time this year, so that's going to be fun. And there's obviously going to be myself and Hannah running VP Pro at our local track and all the events we go to. When we go to the events, obviously just come and check us out. If you need any help with tires or whatever the case may be, come see us at the track and we'll give you a hand. That said and done, thank you for taking the time out to watch. I really appreciate it. And also, like I said, the link in the description for ozrabindustries.com.au, who is the VP Pro distributor for Australia. Okay, any parts you need, anything like that, check them out. Good for tires, VP Pro tires. Like I said, I've used them around the world, all through Asia and all through Australia, and I've been enjoying them. They get good results, and they're a fair price. So that's it and done. Like I said, thank you for watching. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day, and we'll see you trackside. This is Rax on RC signing out.